And the machine that I have is a HP OMEN computer. And so what it's got inside of it are these specs right here. So let's talk about the different specs you should be thinking about for your computer if you're looking to do 4K or 2K gaming. Most importantly, try to pick up a 30 series graphics card. What do I mean by 30 series? You want to get an NVIDIA 30 something. 3060, 3070, 3080, 3090. Preferably a 3080 is the sweet spot in terms of value. A 3060 is a mid-tier card now. That's also great in terms of money for value. In addition to the 30 series graphics card with your computer, if you're doing 4K and 2K gaming, one thing that you need to consider is getting, if you can, a 10th generation processor. Intel processor is what I recommend, especially for content creators. And if you can get a 10th generation i9 processor, that's great. If you can only get a 10th generation i7 processor, that's fine. But you always want to get the latest generation of processor. And that's what I've got inside of this machine, is I've got a 10th generation Intel Core i9 1085K 0K. It's the second fastest Intel processor on planet Earth. Why? Don't get the previous generation of processor. Get the current generation so you can get that new chipset, you can get that new technology, and you can get those new optimizations. A lot of people make the mistake when they're buying a computer, they're looking for what they should be picking up in terms of their processor for the computer. They're constantly looking at the gigahertz or the megahertz with the processor to understand what the processor's clock speed is, to know whether it's the faster processor. That is not true. The faster the clock speed does not mean the faster the processor. You need to be getting the latest generation of processor, and if you really want to know what the fastest processor is, you should look at something like a GPU hierarchy chart, and that's going to tell you what's actually faster, okay? So the rig I'm recommending right now, these rigs, these OMEN 30L rigs, are capable of playing games in 4K 60 frames per second and or playing games in 2K above 60 frames per second. And how much RAM should you be getting? You should be considering getting 32 gig of RAM if you're looking to game or edit in 2K, 64 gig of RAM if you want to edit or game in 4K. And I always recommend picking up a 1 terabyte SSD, which is a solid state drive, and then also getting a storage drive for any media files, videos, pictures, additional gameplay, whatever it is you're storing on your computer. I highly recommend it.